Hello everyone, Emily here. I hope everyone is happy and healthy and doing fine. I wanted to show you these washcloths I made. These are for my dishes. I really like this stitch. And look at how pretty it is. It has a lot of character to it. And I did do a little something different with both of these. So what I did a little different, in the middle I still have the same stitch. But this one I started off with my pattern right away. And with this one, I did my chain, and then I did a single crochet all the way across, and then I did a single crochet all the way across at the top. I like this one better. Of course, everyone's different, whichever you prefer. But I think I like this. And this one is not perfectly square. You can always just fold it over to see if it's perfectly square. This one is not. I made it just a row longer, a couple of rows longer. And so this one is completely square. And I like these because when you put them in your hand to do the dishes, they're just the right size for me. Now, these are multiples of 20, so you could make them bigger, smaller. Mine are 20, and then I chained one and turned. So you could do stitch your chain in an even number, as many as you want, up to 40, 50, whatever you prefer, and then you would chain one and turn. So let's go ahead and get started. I have this yarn, and it is Sugars and Cream. I cannot read the color, but it's green. It's a dark green. It's really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and do a slip knot. Pull my slip knot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start off on my stitch right away because I don't want to do my first row in my single crochets. So I'm going to chain 20. So I chained 20. This is 100% cotton. You want to make sure you do your dishcloths in 100% cotton. So my 20, I'm going to put my finger right here on my 20th stitch. I'm going to chain one. I'm going to go into that stitch that I had my finger on, and I'm going to do a single crochet. So this right here, this chain one, is going to be the last stitch I'm going to go into. So if you have a hard time finding your ends, this is where you put your marker. So now I'm going to skip one. I'm going to go into this one. So I'm going to chain one, skip one, and go into the next one. And I'm just going to go under one loop, do my single crochet. I'm going to chain one. I'm going to skip one and go into the next one. I'm going to chain one. I'm going to skip the next one, go into the next one. I'm going to chain one. I'm going to skip one stitch and go into the next one. Chain one. Skip one, go into the next one. I'm going to skip one and go into the next one. Chain one, skip one, go into the next one. Chain one. I'm going to skip one and go into the next one. chain one, skip one, go into the next one, chain one. Oh, I must not have counted mine very well, did I? Because I only have one stitch left. Well, I could either not do that stitch or I could just keep going. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pretend like there's another stitch there and I'm going to go into my last one. Apparently, I cannot count today. So I'm going to chain one here at the end when you get ready to turn, okay? I'm going to turn my work. So what you're going to do is this first opening right here. So there's my last single crochet. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to do a single crochet in that opening. So if you are going to use your stitch markers, you could put one right here where you can see this loop. You'll go into 2 because you're always going to go into the last chain 1. So now you can see our pattern here. What we're going to do is we're going to chain 1. We did our single crochet. We're going to chain 1. We are going to look for our chain 1, which is right here. We're going to go into that opening and we're going to do a single crochet. We're going to chain 1. We're going to look for our next opening, which is right here. We're going to do single crochet. Now finding these openings is pretty easy. The next row might be a little bit harder. And make sure you don't go in this opening because this, you can see how it's almost a V. You want to make sure that you get in between the two. Chain 1. Chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, go in there, do my single crochet and chain 1, almost to the end, single crochet, chain 1. Now, like I said, if you use your stitch marker, it should be right here where your chain 1 was. So just go in there. You can see that this right here is your chain 1. I'm just going to go down in there. I'm going to do a single crochet. I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to turn my work. So at the end, every time you come to the end, you're going to go into that chain. Then you're going to turn around and you're going to see, oh, I have my first hole right here, right next to it. Because here's our last single crochet. We're going to go right into that opening and we're going to do a single crochet. We're going to chain 1. Now look how it is easier because you can see these V's. So you know that you're going to be going in between them. So it can be a little bit easier, but look at this stitch right here is a little bit looser than these right here that are easier to see. So you want to make sure you don't go in here, that you're always leaving those V's. Sometimes, well, I try to keep my stitches the same all the time, but it looks like I have some that are different. So you're just gonna, this is gonna be your repeat pattern. There's my V. So you just want to make sure that you're going in the right spot. You're going to do your single crochet and chain 1. Then when you come back, you're just going to keep doing the same thing. I know I did this stitch on my blanket that I did. I really like this stitch and I think it looks really pretty. And when I touch it, it really does feel really good. So I think it's going to do a really great job of washing my dishes. Just make sure that you chain 1 in between each one. So I chained 1, I'm here at the end. So see, I have this little loop here, which is my last, which is my chain 1. So I'm just going to stick my needle right there. I'm just going to push it through. If it goes through one, it goes through one. If it goes through two, I'm even happier. Okay. See, it's going to be nice and straight. I'm going to chain one, turn your work, and then once again, you're going to see, put your fingers in these holes. You can see the V here, so you're going to go in here, but we don't want to forget this very first one. Here's our last single crochet, so we're going to go right in there, and we're going to do our single crochet and chain one. So you can see right here where that little loop is where you're going to go in when you come back, and it's going to be nice and straight. So we're just going to keep doing this. We're going to go right in this opening, this opening, this opening. So when you start going, you can see the V's. See them? And you know what? I'm not perfect, so I'm sure somewhere on here I might have messed up and didn't go into a V. And look at how the V's go in a row. See? So that's why you want to make sure that you have your V so you can have that pattern. I could have messed up right there, I can't tell. But you know what? You're washing your dishes with this. But this stitch is so pretty. And I really do like this one that I started and ended. So when you get to where you want, you just tie it off and tighten a knot. And I do not bury my little things on my dishcloth. I'm sure a lot of people do. I don't. It's kind of my little trademark. I just leave this knot hanging. And when I do my dishes, it doesn't bother me a bit. So that one is my long one. This one's a little bit smaller, but this is my preferred size. If you want it bigger, just add more stitches. Okay. And I just think this feels really good. So I changed my one and go over here. Now this is not a yarn user. I feel like I'm not using a lot of yarn, so I'll get more washcloths out of this stitch. And I think it's very pretty. It feels, this yarn, of course, this is not like real super soft yarn. But I feel like this stitch makes it feel softer than it actually is. So I hope you like this tutorial and that you'll give it a try. Just buy yourself some cotton yarn. It's not too much at Walmart. My daughter got me one at Walmart. I can't remember. She got me this peaches and cream. And when she gave it to me, I was just like, oh my goodness, it reminds me of a unicorn. Absolutely gorgeous. And she said there was only one there. I know with everything that's going on in the world, she couldn't find me angel hair pasta at Walmart either. The shelves are getting pretty dried up with some things. They say that, well, I've heard on YouTube, on a prepper channel, that you should buy oil and pasta right now because Russia is one of the prime people where we get our oil from. And so I'm not too sure about that, but that's what I heard. So I just thought I'd pass that on to you, but I like angel hair pasta, and Walmart did not have any. And the gentleman said that they'd been out for 2 months, and they didn't know when they were getting any in. That's just here in Ankeny. But this color is gorgeous. Absolutely in love with it. So I really wish she could have got me more. She only got me one. This could have made a real cute bag with some ponytails on the side. But I don't know if I want to use this or hold on to it, and hopefully she can find me some more when she goes to Walmart. But it's really pretty. Oh, you know what? I guess maybe I should see what color it is. If I had my glasses on, I could see. Fleur de Levance has a number here. Anyway, it's beautiful. I really like it. And like I said, she got that at Walmart. I got my sugars and cream. It's a bigger skein. I got this at Joann's. And I believe they were on special where if you bought 2, you got 1 free or something. So I bought like 6 of them. But I do like the sugars and creams. And I do like the peaches and cream. I think their balls are smaller, but they have such pretty colors. So, but just keep on doing this same pattern over and over. And you know, you could also use this for a blanket or a scarf, because as I was doing this, I was thinking, oh my gosh, if I could get me some of that yarn I made that one colorful scarf out of, I can't even remember what it was called now, I would love to do this stitch. So it's coming along really nicely, and I'm going to keep on working on it. You guys have a great day. Stay safe. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope that I will be back really soon to do another one. And I appreciate you all. Thank you. Bye.